What is up? Man, am I delighted? Oh, even like the lighting is a little bit off. We'll stay close for this one. Something told me to start this video about the benefits of being drug-free and why being drug-free in today's society is almost the superhero route, as far as you are completely the most badass entity and the most standout person in terms of quality that today's world can even imagine. And I just want to clarify that me personally, having had a history of being in situations that have involved substances of sorts and having used, in previous years, it takes a lot to admit that I was wrong and that those decisions have hindered me, up until this point, but also that being drug-free for the last year and some months has really shown me who I am, and it has shown me that strength comes from saying no to your weaker self. And that's all that drugs are, man. That's all that drugs are. Drugs are the quintessential essence of you being in poor judgment and you just being in a poor mental and spiritual state. And I have told myself time and time again that that the decisions were wrong, that I could be a better person. And the thing is acting on that is twice as hard as saying it. Words come out easy, even though it's hard to strike up a conversation, and we have this fear of talking to people, and maybe we have a crush or someone that we think's really cute, and we're like, I don't even have the words to say to this beautiful woman or this gorgeous looking guy, if you're a chick and you're into guys, or however people get along these days. But just that other person that you just wonder if they'll absorb what it is that I have to say. I have definitely came around, and I have acted upon the words that I've told myself, which have changed from you're not good enough, right? You need something to spruce your life up, right? Today's boring. Let's do this, right? And a lot of that comes from just not knowing any better, not wanting to know any better. The common saying is, if you knew better, you'd do better. And I'll tell you what, I've known better for a while, but I will say that substances, whether it be alcohol, powder, whatever you want to, tobacco, substances can be legal as well. Sugar, desserts, fried food. Substances are just things that are made of matter. We love to think of substances as, it's heroin, or it's fentanyl, or it can be anything. A substance can be your phone. A substance can be adult content. A substance can be anything. And for me, it was a few things kind of all concocted into one strong shot of kicking your ass. So I don't get into all the details, but I just want to let you know that I know what the fight is, man. I've been there my whole 20s, most of my 20s. Because like I said, I'm 31, And I've been off the kick for about a year and a half, just about, a little bit more than a year, maybe a year and a couple months. Not the point. The point is that my whole entire 20s, I was a goofball. I didn't know any better. And the superhuman part of you is the part of you that needs nothing else. The superhuman part of you is the part of you that is everything and needs nothing. We put ourselves in this sense of lack so that we can relate to other things, so that we can somehow feel that we can connect to other things by lacking and making ourselves weak, that somehow, other things will not be afraid of us and that we can fit in, right? That we can mold ourselves to this environment. But I'm here to tell you that if you have any sort of strength about you, if you have any sort of rigidity, I think that's the word, if you have any sort of mass and matter about yourself, you'll find out that you are the puzzle piece for something that is greater. That the thing that you tried to fit into by using substances that were not there to better you, you were fitting into something that never was a part of you. You have weakened what you are and who you are, the essence of yourself, the originality of yourself, to fit into something that is prescribed, predestined to fail. And if you think about it in this way, a puzzle piece that looks kind of like the shape and the size and it looks like it's going to fit, but it still doesn't, it sucks. But you know what you got to do? You got to put that fucking puzzle piece back, and you got to look through the 500 to 1,000 other puzzle pieces and get the right one. Because when it all fits, and that's what I'm saying, the substance is the bad puzzle piece that you're trying to make fit. Take that puzzle piece out, take that substance out, and fit it with something that's going to make your portrait perfect. Now, perfection isn't always possible, but it's something to strive for. And I'm one of those people that I can nitpick shit all day. I'm great at nitpicking. It's probably why I'm not in a relationship right now. Because women, as much as I think they're the most gorgeous things on earth and they're cool and too cool for school, I nitpick things and I like things perfect. And I'm sure that woman's out there. But that's the thing. Now that I'm off that substance, now that I'm off these substances, these foreign splinters that I've tried to put in my body all over the past decade, now that I've removed that from my life, now I can find my perfect puzzle piece. One that's going to complete my portrait up to specification. So this is just going to show you that, and this all ties into the being superhuman, because the superhumans, as superheroes, we love to think that, that somehow they're the bad people, that somehow they don't fit in. If you watch the movie The Boys, the Supes never really fit into society. And Overlander, I think that's his name, Overlander? Kind of the Superman of The Boys. He tried to fit in so much into human society when the whole time he said that they should be kissing his fucking feet, pretty much, and showing him that, treating him like a god. And I think that is very true of sorts, as far as when you become who you're supposed to become and you stop trying to, which substances do, they lessen your essence, they lessen the aura that you have, they disintegrate your willpower, your thinking power. And I think that's what the world wants. I think the world somehow fiends to be stupid so that somehow we can feel that this life that we're living isn't as painful that our superhero selves can somehow be lessened, and that we can fit into our jobs and we can fit into our meager existence, that striving for things that Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg or Jeff Bezos have achieved, that we don't have to feel the pain of not achieving that if we just have this substance. And I'll tell you what, I put that down, and I'll tell you what, every day that I go without substance is a day that I have regained more armor, that I have added pieces to my puzzle, and my portrait gets clearer every day. Right? The more pieces you add to the puzzle, the more you're like, hey, this is coming together. Hey, I can start seeing, I'm seeing a waterfall in the background here. Oh man, I'm starting to see this beautiful roof coming up, and oh, look at that. There's some animals over there, and oh man, this is the portrait that I was envisioning, right? Because every puzzle comes with what? The picture's already there. So our lives already have this picture that's perfect. But the thing is when we start to try to fit those puzzle pieces in with substance, with things, with foreign substances that don't fit our puzzle, it starts to look jacked up. Remember, just the slightest little bit of space in a puzzle piece means that ain't the one. It's supposed to fit perfectly. So I implore you people, be the badasses that I know you are. Right? Badasses don't always wear leather jackets and have arm sleeves and an eye patch and, sweet beard. And, you know what I mean? They don't wear tanks that show their chiseled, jacked mountainous traps. I'm not saying that everybody has to be that. I'm just saying that the new superhero is the one that doesn't try to conform to the BS that this world is trying to throw at them. And right now it seems that substances in drug form, substances in food form, substances in television, substances of, all types. Think about what the substances are in your life. It may be overspending, right? Money's a substance. It has substance. Substance has matter. Matter is something that is important, right? Oh, this matters. All you're saying is this is important. So substances are important, but everything has also what? Has positive and negative polarity. If you watch my channel, go back to Outwitting the Devil. Everything has a positive and negative. One cannot exist without the other. However, if we create a positive enough force, we can control the negative. Right? And we ourselves can become a positive force. We can exist in a certain type of energy. Now, yeah, the negative will be all around us, but we will be in control of it, right? It will be on that side of the battery, right? It won't have anything to do with us. Sure, it'll still be in circulation, but it will be on this side of the battery, out of our environment, right? And it can do its thing while we do our thing. Same thing in Stranger Things. If you guys have watched Stranger Things, you have the Upside Down and normal Hawkins. Well, the Upside Down is it's in the same spectrum as regular life. And some can kind of coexist, but only when you give in to bad memories, only when you give in to the negative, only when the negative is allowed to touch you and affect you, can it then consume you. So all I'm saying, people, is get drug free. Get drug free. Because once you get drug free, you're going to find out who you really are. And this is going to be the beacon. This is going to be the catalyst. I hate using the word sober. It's so played out. It's been used a million times by a million billion people, and it's failed sober people a billion times. So we need to come up with new ways of looking at things and quit repeating and regurgitating old, washed out, expired ways of thinking and expressing this world. And this is the only way that I can think of doing is by telling you that you're a fucking superhero and that drugs are your anti-venom. They're your kryptonite. And I don't know if the government, I can't speak on that. If the world, it seems as though they want to promote it, right? Somebody's rapping about guns, drugs, all this. It gets a lot of views. People want to sell that pack. You know, I just got done watching Power. Power's all about pushing that pack. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, all they really want to do is be away from it. Yeah, they get to rock Gucci and Fenty and Dolce and Gabbana and Donatella Versace, but at the end of the day, it makes them miserable. And most of them don't even do it. And it still makes them miserable. So I'm here to let you know, man, it's time for you to upgrade your life. It's time for you to maybe even get a wife. But man, just strive for greatness. Remember, we choose greatness over here. And I'm just happy to bring you this message in a good space. Right? We're strong spiritually, strong physically. Oops, ow. But, you know, hey, it just warms my heart that we can bring you this message clear-headed and laser-focused. You can do anything you set your mind to. But first, it has to be clear of the bullshit. So, hope this message finds you well. Get on the right track. Thank me later.